Welcome back, everybody, to Stellaris. Last time, we tried to start a new save of this game here. As you can see here, it's Stellairr. And what I was hoping to do was create a custom species, because this is, of course, a space, a sci-fi. Well, it is space, but yes, a space sci-fi civilization-esque game. And when I say civilization-esque, I don't refer to the Civilization game. I mean, it has several civilizations or races or whatever you may choose to name your race or civilization or paradigm or other words. Now, last time we tried to click New Game. Now, I won't go on to these several minutes just for the game to go black like last time, so we'll start off by pressing the New Game button. I might have started the episode like that. Well, hindsight is 20 and 30. So what we'll do is we'll press the New Game right now by pressing the N on my keyboard. That was a B. There we go. There we go. Now, as you can see on the left-hand side, don't worry about this civilization, ladies and gentlemen. That is a byproduct of a relative of mine, but never mind. What we have here is random, create new, or we have these predetermined ones. Of course, this one was made by a player, of course. But everyone apart from this one was made by a player. So what we'll have is what it could do is, for instance, take this Tabred homolog, and you could just select that and be done with it, and you can see the goals here, and some of their different things here, and all of these bonuses and likewise. But what we're going to do is we're going to create our own species, as you can see there. Now, oh, there's a button down here. I like that. Not seen that before. Oh well, ladies and gentlemen, moving on. What we'll do is we'll create a new empire. There we go. So I think we'll go through all the options so far. Now, can't help but notice that the picture here is not representative of the picture there. It's the same species we're seeing, but oh well, that's a bit advanced for the moment, ladies and gentlemen. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. No. No. Not quite. Almost. No. 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 Here we go. Oh, no, wait. There we go. There we go. So what we'll do is we'll run through all the different species that we could have. Well, these aren't species in and of themselves. This is merely the representation which we see on screen whenever we look at one of our leaders. Now, I'll explain that at some other time. What we've got so far is we've got humanoids, and we're on humanoids at the moment. Now, humanoid is some kind of human form, not to be confused with things. We'll move on to that in a moment. So what we have here first is, well, I have to assume a human. Looks like it. And this, well, just says female there. Not really the species name, unless of course the species name is female. And I won't say anything against that. It's not. I would not choose that as a species name, but or a race or or homogeny or foundation, civilization. It seems to be very reminiscent of a what's that? A Klingon from Star Trek. I think it's the ridges on what does it just say? Female. Oh, the ridges on the this bit of their cranial structure. There we go. Next we have, well, this thing. It's got some blue lights and it's got blue skin and are those yellow eyes? They may be yellow. I lack the resolution and dynamics on my monitor to be able to find that out though. Now we'll move on to now this is an interesting cranial structure there. If of course they have craniums, of course they may have a different name for it, and I wouldn't say anything against that. Now, I think we've said everything we want to onto there. Oh, they don't have a nose. Look at that. No nose. my species has no nose, as the old joke goes. How do they smell? Well, they don't, because of course they lack olfactory senses, as I just said, because they have no nose. I've never really understood why that joke would be funny, if I'm honest. It's tragic, really, especially if it's a dog. We'll move on to this last in the humanoid category, and we can see here they have silver hair. Wonderful. And on a continental world. We'll move on now to machine, and we can look at every one of these machines. Now you could... Oh, that's just a blank box. That's not female. That's just... Yes, it's entitled... You see there. I would not go for this colour scheme, if I'm honest, ladies and gentlemen. He appears to be wearing a cape. Now, as a machine, I don't understand the need for a cape. But oh well. I perspire. I digress. I'm sorry. I digress. These do appear to have at least, at the very least, two arms. Although we can't see anything below this area. So it may be if it had two legs, you could categorise it as humanoid, because of course humanoid is in the shape or resembling a human, or if we're being very technical about it, we could say it's not a cyborg, right? No, right? Not a robot. A robot with human form. Androgynous, yes. Oh well, we'll think of that. Onto the second of this machine. I do prefer the colour scheme here, and quite an interesting design there. 2 legs, 2 arms, I can see there. I'm not sure whether I should count that as a humanoid though. I'm not entirely sure the purpose of these pipes, but I'm not their designer, and nor do I claim to be. So it can move its. Well, that appears to just be a waste of energy. If you're running that amount of electricity through something, and it's arcing off into the air, that's an incredible waste of energy, because of course air is not that conductive, which means whatever is coursing through your arm is less conductive than the air. So I would have speak to the designers of these robots, if of course they haven't been wiped out by their own creations. I hope you have mercy on me and everyone, and actually no, I don't have to beg any mercy if we don't play with you. So we'll move on to the third design. Now this is interesting. This appears to be wired in to the building, which makes some sense. However, if you've wired it into a building, what is the point of a visual sensor? Why have an individual, you see, when you could make the building itself an intelligence? But maybe it is. Maybe this is just the eye of the building. Of course, I can't speak to the construction of this, I should say fictional, a fictional machine. Of course, none of this is based on real life. Well, I assume there may be some things based on real life, like the appearance of space. Well, certainly the concept of space and planets. That is accurate. Well, I'm not sure whether it's accurately portrayed, but it is fair to say that there are planets in this universe. So, I want to move on to the 4th machine here. Now, that's a very striking design with the yellow. Again, I like the yellow and the he's very aggressive there. Well, I say he. Of course, I'm not trying to say that a robot or an android or a cyborg or a robot or an android could necessarily need an agenda. I'm not saying that. Well, have an agenda. Now, I don't want to be misquoted on this. I'm not saying gender or agenda. You see, these are very different things. Well, what I like here is this some sort of resemblance to wing. Well, they're not very much like wings. If they were wings, they would be filled in more. So, they're more like spinal protrusions. Yes, there we go. That's much more palatable. Now, I don't understand the need for the concept of a head on a machine, but we'll move on to the what design we have here then, ladies and gentlemen. They've got pincers, but several, yes. They seem to close with such force that they sparks. You see, there we go. That right there is a waste of energy, and will require more regular maintenance than if you just closed it with a lower force, or if you did not close it when you had no need to. You don't see him grasping, and when I say him, of course, I'm not trying to say that a robot or an android or a cyborg, or well, a robot or an android or a cyborg, of course, would be at least partially human, or whatever species or demographic you subscribe to. What I'm saying is, what I'm going off, I'm basing this on what I can actually base things off, and that is the fact that this tooltip, the tooltip, of course, is the box that is currently following my cursor around. I've noticed how many eyes this has. I find that perhaps redundant. Beyond binocular vision, how many eyes do you need? Well, I won't talk to the design or the creation process of such a machine. It certainly has an agenda. What I'm saying there, not gender. I'm saying agenda. So it has a goal. You see. Yeah, Nigel here. I'm afraid. No, sorry. Post processing. Or here. I'm afraid I seem to have lost the audio for this clip. I do hope I'll make it up with this short intermission, and thank you. Which I believe is just maybe too many tentacles. I believe, you know, it's I'm not sure of the utility or the purpose. Well, no. Well, no. You see, they could be very useful. Nigel here. I'm afraid again. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen, but I'll have to entertain you with this audio here that I'm doing right now, which I'm recording, and I can see the little red line, and it's moving very quickly, and I think I'm running out of time. In fact, I will leave that to Norway. Moving on, we have the 7th design of this, of course, machine thing. Now, I should note that this appearance won't actually necessarily change anything about the way your empires run. It's given off smoke. Now, I'm seeing more inefficiencies here. And you see that smoke? That's a release of energy, or at least a release of energy. It appears to be malfunctioning badly, unless, of course, that was the design. I have to question whether or not a design such as that is useful. But again, I'm not the designer of such a robot, and it does appear to have what more of these appendages. I'm not sure what I want to say about this, apart from this central bit appears to be like a swan, devoid of wings and tails and legs and beak, and well, okay, it certainly has the silhouette of some features of a swan. Here we have something very, very insectoid. I like the singular. Well, I don't like that. I believe binocular vision to be very useful for judging distances and so on and so forth. So the central one eye may not prove to be that useful. And I don't know what purpose some of these back bristles could do. These spinal protrusions. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologise for that. I will move on to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, the 9th and final machine portrait. Yes, well there we go, ladies and gentlemen. I believe we've made good time and some good progress so far. And at this point, I'll have to leave you. I'm looking at my notes here, and I believe I should do what is noted down here as a call to action. Now, I don't know who Acton is, but now you've been called. Not called out. I don't know. I'm not sure who Acton is. He may be that rather dancer on that it's strictly about dancing, I think. I don't come by it very often. Anyway, well done, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for sticking around for these progress we've made with Sterllaris. I believe that's its name. Of course, if you wish to learn more about the game, you can find out who this Mr. Paradox is, and tell him that he's made a game with well, at least so far 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, at least 14 portraits for species, and we've seen some of these different menus very briefly, so we know there's at least some content there. Whether that's justifying the price, of course, is up to you. It may be informed by reviews. I don't myself count myself as a review. Not at the moment, anyway. My application was straight lost in the post. However, that may be... I don't want to start peddling rumours here, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm rather suspicious of some of the people I've encountered, and with the way I've applied my methodology to the world, and what I'll say is goodbye, ladies and gentlemen, for the moment, and check back onto episode 2 of Sterllaris. Goodbye, and Acton, we call. We hope you're okay. Goodbye.